Hello, family and friends. Welcome to Miss Christine's Yoga Studio. I love my little bells. Today, I am going to introduce you to a beginning version of the balancing half moon. It's a very challenging pose, so we will just be looking at this beginning version right at this point. Miss Chloe is directing me. She's right over here. She's got the little headphones on. And Miss Yogi is back there and will be helping us with this. This pose is generally done at the end of a core practice, which is the Mountain 2 section of a yoga practice, or it's done in the Valley 2 section, which are special poses. This is a pretty special pose. It is very beneficial for your ankles and for your knees, for your legs, and it strengthens those, but it stretches your hamstrings and your glutes, gives you some strength in your core. It can relieve back problems, low back issues if you have some. But its biggest benefit, I think, is what it gives you in confidence and concentration and focus. As you get older, people like to think that we lose our ability to be stable going downstairs and in certain activities. So we put up rails so we can hold on to rails going downstairs. We put up rails in our bathtubs getting in and out. And we're very careful on what kind of stools we stand on to reach for items overhead. But if you do balancing poses in a mindful, conscious way and really concentrate on what your body is doing, you can develop a great deal of concentration, confidence, and focus for those kinds of stabilizing activities, which might prevent you or help you to keep you from falling. Just another tool. Won't stop you from falling, and I can't guarantee that you won't fall, but the balancing poses could be a tool to help you develop the concentration that you need for those kind of activities, as well as other activities in life. We are going to be doing this from the pyramid pose, which I did a video on a few weeks back, so you might want to review that one. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. Have blocks or a stool or a chair, because you're going to be putting your hands down on it as you lift your back leg. Okay, let's come over here and start in getting into a perfect mounted pose with our feet about hip width apart. Bring that energy up through your legs from the earth into your abdomen. Suck your tummy in, tuck your tush under, open up your ribs and your chest, shoulders down and back. I will be saying that during the pose today. Neck long, chin parallel to the floor, and the crown of your head pulling up to the heavens. All the energy upwards. Head over heart, over pelvis. Neutral spine. Now have your blocks or your stool or chair right in front of you. I have mine to the side because I'm going to be turning to the side. Take your right leg and step about 5 inches in front. Make sure you're on 2 railroad tracks. Each leg has its own track, and your energy is going to be right in the center. I'm now going to turn. Somehow that got screwed up. Your energy is right in the center of those 2 feet. I want you to pitch a little bit forward over your front leg. That's going to be your root. That's going to be your tree trunk. You're going to have all of your energy coming up through this leg, through your body, up to the heavens. And your back leg, your back foot is going to come up onto your toes. If you stay right here for the entire day, for the entire lesson, if this is as stable as you can get, that's good. Only go as far as you can go to stay stable. This is like math. You can't jump several steps ahead. You have to do 1 step at a time. So it's okay. Now take your hands and hitch forward hinge forward from your hips. Keep your spine neutral and your back straight. Come forward and place your hands on your blocks or your stool right in front. Do not collapse into your shoulders. Keep your shoulders back and down. And stay on your toe on your back. Kind of just play with lifting your toe up and down. Just play with it a little bit. Feel what it feels like. Now, your next step is to lift your toe 1 inch at a time. Your toes can either be pointing down or your foot can be flexed, your choice. And as you feel more and more stable, lift your leg until your heel is in alignment with the crown of your head. No higher than that. You can bend your front knee. Don't lock it. You can bend it. Take a deep breath in. Release it. Make sure those shoulders are not collapsing. You can go down. Deep breath in. Release. And then push up. That was half moon. That was a beginner half moon. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Make sure you are staying over that tree trunk, over that standing leg. Now we're going to go to the other side. Toes pointing forward. Oh, I have another kitty coming into the room. Toes pointing forward. You're on 2 train tracks, remember? And you're going to pitch forward over this standing leg with your toes on your back leg, barely touching the floor. You can stay right here until you feel stable. You could stay, you don't even have to go through anything else. If this is as far as you can be and be stable, that's great. Next step, you hinge forward from your hips and place your hands, place your hands on your blocks or your stool or your chair. Once you're stable, start lifting your foot 1 inch at a time. You can stop at any point. If this is as far as you can go, stay there. If you can go farther, that's great. May take you several practices to get your foot coming up. Take a deep breath in. Release it. Don't collapse in your shoulders. None of this. That's kind of like a push-up. Don't want to do that. Not in this pose. Another deep breath in. Release it. And come back down. Now, if you notice, we did these in sections. I went down onto my hands and then started lifting my leg. In the real world, we will be like a teeter-totter and do it in one fell swoop, like that. Deep breath in, inhale, exhale. And your teacher may have you stay like this for 5 breaths or so. Deep breath in, exhale. You probably will get more out of developing your concentration if you look straight ahead. Don't try to look sideways right now. Eventually, you're going to be doing this. But we're not going, that's a real half moon balance. But it is a much more complicated way to get there. And we'll get to there. So, if you fail at something, it's not the end of the game. You just get to try again and with experience. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Any questions, private message me. I'm always around. See you next time. One more thing. If you have headaches or you have dizzy spells, this might not be a great pose for you to do. But then I would expect you to be seeing a doctor. Namaste.